Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing a showdown between some new calligraphy pens that have hit the market. If you're wondering about my voice, I've mentioned in a few other videos, I recently had a septoplasty and a reconstructive surgery done so that I could breathe better due to an accident I had when I was younger. So I'm sorry for that, but I do have time while I am resting to film these videos I've been really wanting to film. So hopefully y'all can bear with me through that. So interesting enough, I saw this is the Maniology calligraphy pen. I don't know how I found it on the website, but it seemed to be a new item. There were no reviews on it. It retailed for $14.99. No coupon code I had would take any amount off of this pen. So thought that was interesting. So I went ahead and ordered it. I was like, it seems high quality. Let's see what it's all about. I have not used this pen yet. I did only just show it in my haul video, and I'll go ahead and lay the nibs out. This pen is slightly hard. It was hard to get out in the haul video. I'm gonna just use a pen and push that out. Okay. Whoop. All right, so it does have a protective sleeve over it. So this one comes with 5 nibs total. I'm going to try to lay them out for you. They all seem to be pretty fine tipped, except this one is more of like a writing calligraphy. It's square at the end. If y'all can see that. Oop. Sorry guys. I am trying to get it to focus. There you go. But the other ones are fine tipped. Here's what it actually looks like. If you haven't seen my haul video, the top comes off to store your calligraphy pen, which is nice. So here's this pen, and then we'll go ahead and compare it to this one I got off of Aliexpress. I think this pen was $2.99, something like that. Now, if you saw this pen in my Aliexpress video, I could not get the nib off. I still have not been able to get it off, but I'm going to attempt to get it off today. This one does detach, just like the Maniology one. And inside, well, I don't know that we can get them out now. Yeah. These have some... Well, now they're jammed in there. These have dotting tool extensions on them. So what I'm going to do is... Oh, baby, here comes some. What is going on? Come on, guys. Okay. The first time those came out fine, but just be aware those might get stuck. So these come with 5 additional dotting tool tips. I think it's cool. You can store it, especially for me if I go to a client's house and do their nails. It's nice to have everything, you know, be able to be in one portable thing, but you can also, well, I take that back. Not with this nib on. This nib is much too wide. We'll test to see if you could put the cap on for that with a different nib. Now, comparing the two, they seem to be the same size, actually. The Aliexpress one is and I'm talking a smidge at the barrel taller than the Maniology. Now, I'm going to be completely honest in this review. I'm a huge Maniology fan. The weight of this Aliexpress one feels heavier and better quality than the Maniology. This one just feels cheap. The finish on this one looks really, really nice. Looks like a very expensive nail art brush you would get. This one just looks cheap. It feels cheap. And the finish is almost like whatever they sprayed it with. And again, I don't think my camera will quite pick it up. And I know this is trivial, but I'm just saying. It's scratched and matted in some areas. Like, I don't know. It looks cheap, and it's not as heavy as this one. So I was really surprised for $15 compared to $3 how this one isn't necessarily as nice. So anyway, let me go ahead and try to get the nib off of this one, and then we'll proceed with the Calligraphy pen Showdown. I'm also going to be comparing it to just regular calligraphy pens from Michaels and Hobby Lobby and just see, is there really a difference, or are we just marketing this as a nail art pen? So that was really kind of the biggest reason for the video. Woo, okay. I finally did get it off. I almost had to take my teeth and bite it off. But, whew. Okay. So we'll just put in, try to see if these have numbers. These don't have numbers on them, but it's weird. The same tip from Maniology, same like Asian writing, Asian style writing on the tip is the same one that came with the Aliexpress one. I don't know if y'all could see that or not. So that's interesting. And they are, in fact, actually the same size. Like, I held them up to each other, and they're exactly the same tip. Same branding on there. So that's interesting. Not that I don't think they weren't all manufactured overseas somewhere, because they are. But, anyway, I just wanted to show. So, if you had your dotting tool in there, that's what it would look like. So that is cool, and your dotting tool could be stored inside. It's just that particular tip is too big. So what I'm going to do is move those aside. We're not going to be testing the dotting tool. I'm going to go ahead and put the nib back inside. That was hard to get out. And if you could tell, they glued this inner piece in here so that wow, isn't that fun when it doesn't want to? Okay, they glued an inner plastic piece in here, and there's a little slot where the nib fits, and I think that may be why it's so difficult to get that nib out. There's just a little tiny slot it has to fit it down in there, but I'm gonna push it super far. So that's how that works. All right, so we have our pens, we have our nibs, and these, we know that these nibs are the same. Here are some nibs I bought from Michaels, and they essentially seem to be the same. Like, you know what I mean? Same concept. Don't seem to be anything special. Some of mine have gold backing. I'm not super into calligraphy to know why those have that. I assume it has something to do with how the fluid is going to flow from the nib. But like these two right here are very comparable to what you get in the Maniology one. So just from the naked eye, these look just like any other calligraphy nibs. And I'm only saying that because I don't think there's anything wrong with marketing it, you know, as a nail art pen. I'm just, for the purpose of the video, I'm just showing that if you can't get one of these, I'm telling y'all, any from Michaels or Hobby Lobby or Amazon is going to do just fine. I have used these for years. Do I like that they have come out with a nail art pen? Yes, they're pretty. They're pink. It's cute. And I would much rather use this on a client than my janky old brown one. But essentially, I'm trying to show you guys they all do the same thing. So whether you go for the Maniology one or you get one off Aliexpress or Amazon, whatever, I think these are pretty. I'm a girl, and I think that's great. So we're going to give them a test run. Maniology came with a white and a black ink. I do just have some speedball ink I use for calligraphy. I'm not going to be trying out all of these nibs. We're just going to compare the two nibs that it had on there. And Maniology's came with these practice sheets. If you watch my haul video, I kind of show you all of these. We'll just be using this one today. It come with 5 in total and a little kind of sheet of parchment to place over and practice. So that's what we're going to be using and just see how well they perform. I won't be using the white today, just for so you guys can see on the video. And let me go ahead and bring you guys in closer. There we go. Hopefully you guys will be able to see that now. Okay, and I'm not sure if you're supposed to pour this out. Generally, I would dip my pen down into the ink. So this kind of has a dropper. So there were no instructions that came with it. So I'm not really sure if you're supposed to put it in like a little dish. That's kind of confusing. There's no way to really dip it down in there. So I'm not sure how they want you to use it, but let me just dip it in there. Let's see if anything happens. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, that works. I honestly think you almost want to put it in a little dapping dish, almost like this, you know. I want to, sorry, and I'm just kind of winging this video as I go along. I'm wiping all that off. I'm actually going to open my speedball ink and just see, does it write, there's my speedball ink, does it write differently with it being fully submerged down into the ink? Let's just see, because this is how I do my pens. I dip it down in there. I will say the Maniology ink seems to be a lot more opaque than this speedball ink. That's impressive. It is a lot more fluid, obviously, with the speedball ink because we were able to fully submerge down in there. The pen has really great detail, very smooth. I'm not doing this perfectly, I know, but there you go. So yeah, and the Maniology ink is black compared to this speedball ink. Even though this says super pigmented acrylic ink, homie, like Maniology ink is so much darker. Let's see if I can kind of get some on the tip, show you guys. Again, let's do this a lot. Oh man, that is black. I just want them to sell this ink. Like, a little bit goes a long way too. Now, it's not, because I'm not submerging it, it's not flowing like I think it should. But if I were going to use this on a nail, I would honestly get a little dish and put some of that ink into. Now with calligraphy pens, it's not like a regular pen. You want to start in one direction and go, you know, kind of go in one direction. I tend to go for, I think when I was looking at a calligraphy book, I tried to teach myself, a lot of it you start at the top and go down and then you swipe. It's all about a fluid motion from one point to the other, whereas with the pen we go back and forth. You're not going to do that with a calligraphy pen. But in comparison to the ink, Maniology is superior. This is black in real life, black matte, and that seems to be more of a muddy brown actually. So I am way impressed with the quality of the ink. Now that was the Maniology calligraphy pen. Let's go ahead and try the Aliexpress. Again, we'll try to just dip it down in there. I don't understand the dropper of the ink, so Maniology, if you're watching and can explain that, tell me what I'm doing wrong. Ooh, this one does write smooth though. Now remember, This is the nib that came on it, the 777 nib. However, the nib I'm using on the Aliexpress is the one that has this like Asian writing on it. You get this nib in with the Maniology nib, and it is nice. Like, this one is writing like butter. So I would definitely recommend getting or using this nib. And again, I just don't think we're getting enough ink. I love the ink. I just need more. Just give me more. Okay. Oh, it's drying or what? Alright. I'm struggling because you really need to submerge your calligraphy pen. So let's go ahead and try it in this speedball and just see the difference. Yeah, the application is really smooth with this nib. I love it. Look how I could do the swirls and the fine detail. It's lovely. So really, you get the same nib no matter which pen you get. I like them both. You know, this one has a little more weight to it, and I like that in a calligraphy pen. I think it's just going to come down to preference. But if I'm being completely honest with you guys, if you said, Valerie, which one would you recommend? You guys, I wouldn't pay $15 for this one when I could get what I need for $3. I mean, I am just being honest. This one has a better weight, a better look to it. With the Maniology one, you do get more nibs. If you're just starting out and you don't have a lot of nibs like I do previously, then yeah, you know, I would say go for the Maniology because you're going to get more tips, more nibs, and the ink is awesome. But if you're just kind of wanting to dip your toes into it, you don't think you're going to want more than one nib, get the $3 one. But just remember, you're going to have to purchase ink separately and any other nibs you want separately. So that's going to be personal preference. So you want to just try it out and buy your ink separately, get this one. You want a full starter kit with some options, Maniology is still a great way to go. Y'all, this ink is so nice. Like, I'm going to figure out how to kind of submerge my pen in it better. But y'all, it is so black, matte, luscious black. Yeah, I really didn't understand, like, how this wasn't as black until I just compared it to the Maniology. And this is just my tried and true Michael's calligraphy pen. This pen has seen it all. And I'll just kind of show you guys the detail you can get with this one as well. I love this pen. This has been my go-to forever. What am I drawing? Is this an egg? I don't even know. This one has major detail to it. Again, when you, like with anything you're gonna get into a hobby, you're gonna figure out what you like, what works for you. I like the finer tip the better. Hear that kind of scratching noise? I like that because it's such a fine tip. Now, I'm not necessarily trying to stay in the lines. I'm just kind of showing you guys the detail that you could get. So they all perform, you know, the same. I think the biggest factor is your ink, really. And man, if I could figure out how to put that Maniology in something smaller and like submerge the pen, ooh, that's gonna be some pretty nail art, especially ones that have like lines and kind of the geometrical shape ones. So again, this is just a comparison video for you guys. These work just the same, just as great. As you can see, all the pens performed well. None of the pens didn't perform. All of them you're going to get great nail art from. You know, just remember with these, you can get them local. You don't have to wait for shipping. The Aliexpress one is going to be perfect for someone just kind of wanting to try it out, but it's not going to come with anything. The Maniology is an overall kit that comes with practice templates, 2 kinds of inks, 5 nibs. You can store them, you know, inside your pen. I think that that's great. So just kind of depends on what you're looking for. So I hope this video wasn't too long or boring. I hope you guys learned something. If you want to give it a try, you know, I definitely recommend any of those avenues. And if there was something you didn't see, you want to know, leave me a question below. And then I want to know, which one did you guys like the best? Did you like my Michaels one? Did you like my Maniology? Or did you like my Aliexpress? Let me know below. And for the love of everything, if someone can figure out how I'm supposed to do this ink better, please let me know. And thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, like and subscribe, show support. I'm just a small channel, just showing some nail love with you guys. So have a great day. Bye.